recorder was like, oh, the smarter kids got the recorder. Like I was with the dumb kids, and we had the tin whistle. It's called the tin whistle, and it's only got like 6 holes. So the recorder was like fancy, but this was like, not fancy. It's only got 6 holes. And the song we learned was Hot Cross Buns. So I still remember it.
We had like he did a lot of songs. It was kind of like karate. Red belt, green belt.
Ah, okay. Oh, thank you. All right, so let's go through this. All right, so that's how you find distance, speed, and time. Now, in this question, we know the distance, so it's given that to us. We know the time. So we don't know the speed. So we should figure that out. Now, the speed formula is speed is equal to distance divided by time. Now, the problem with this is we can't really put that in because it goes at 2 different speeds, right? It goes at 2 different speeds at both times. So the way you should go about it is by saying the first hour, if you were to calculate how far she drove, you would do 3 hours, right? Multiplied by the speed she traveled, right? By her speed. And the second 2 hours, she did 2 hours times speed minus 10. Do you guys understand? In the first section, she did 3 hours times speed. And the second time, she did 2 times speed minus 10. Do you guys understand?
Yeah.
And then that is equal to the total distance, which is 230. So this gives you how much distance she traveled first. So speed times time. Then it gets the next bit, and that total gives you 230. All right? Hello? Are you guys there?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
You guys are all muted. I love it. Awesome. Just checking in. All right. So now let's solve it out. So 3 times speed is just 3s. I'm going to get rid of the hours. 3 times s is 3s. Plus 2 times s is 2s. And 2 times negative 10 is negative 20. And that gives you 230. All right. Same. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. All right.
Melvin?
Yeah.
For s minus 10, you put that as 20.
Yes. It's 2 times negative 10.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So 2 times s is equal to 2s, and 2 times negative 10 is equal to negative 20. And then 3s plus 2s is equal to 5s. And then you have negative 20 is equal to 230. And then you want to bring the negative 20 across. It's algebra. So 230 plus 20, 5s is equal to 250. S is equal to 250 divided by 5. S is equal to 50. Right? Did I get that right?
But Melvin, when you're doing the question, actually, you won't know the answer beforehand.
What do you mean by that?
You won't know 230 is the total distance.
Yeah, you do. It tells us in the question.
Oh, it does? Oh. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So the speed she initially travels is 50. So this, like the next bit of speed then she travels must be speed minus 10, which is 40. So 50 minus 10, which is 40. Now, this was a very hard version of the question. This is a very hard question, not hard version of the question. This is a very hard question. And the way I've solved it is the proper mathematical way of solving it. But in the interest of time, when you're doing the actual test, the better way to do it is just by subbing in the answers from the multiple choice. So the multiple choice, they might give you, I think the multiple choice options were, let's see, it was 35, 40, 45, 50. So you just have to go in and try them out. So if it's the first speed before lunch was 35, then it must be 25 the lunch after. So it'll be 35 times 3 plus 25 times 2. Does that give me 230? No. Then you do 40 times 3, and then you do 30 times 2. Does that give me 230? No. Then it's 45 times 3, and then it's 35 times 2. Does it give me 230? No. Then it's 50 times 3. Then it's 40 times 2. Does that give me 230? Yes, it does. So guys, obviously as your tutors, it's our job to teach you how to do it correctly, right? So that's how you do it. This is how you do it correctly. But this is very, like, it's very hard for you guys to see it, like, trying to, like, understand, like, to have the prior knowledge to know this is the right thing to do. But we want to teach you how to do it. But in the actual gate test, what I'd recommend is just trialing and error when you come to these kind of questions. Yes, Manus. Manus.
Yes. So would it be quicker if you like maybe if you're doing trial and error, maybe like check one which is reasonable and then see which one is the second reasonable?
Yes, sir. That's smart. So for example, when you did option A and you did 35 and 25 and you realize that it's way too small, then you jump to the highest one, then you do 50.
Okay.
So that's very good advice, Manus. Good job. All right. 1 second. 1 second. Yo. Did you understand this? Can you guys check your chat really quickly? Easy.
There's nothing, Melvin.
No. I'm sending it to one person. That person asked the question.
Okay.
How do you find the heartbroken emoji? Oh, that is sad. Okay. I asked this person, did they understand? They said yes. And then I asked them, am I still not their favorite tutor? And they said no.
Is it Deborah?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Obvious.
Obviously. Yeah. All right, Neelamri, what's up?
I don't really get question 8.
Question 8.
Yeah.
Which part about it? Oh, okay. Yeah. So tell me, which part?
Basically all of it.
Okay. What I'd recommend, Neelamri, then, right, just for the interest of time for everyone, this section was recorded. So check, it's live on YouTube right now, actually. So jump onto YouTube later, watch it, and if you still don't understand it, ask me next Zoom class and we can go through any of it. Okay?
Yeah.
Good girl. All right. Who else has their hands up? Aaron.
This term's mock exam, right?
Yes, sir.
For the writing.
Yes, I know, for the writing.
What would you write about? Because I didn't know
Question.
what to do for like a metaphor.
Okay, all right. Would you guys like, so the plan initially, guys, was, why did Nishal send me a gun? Is Nishal threatening me to make sure that I give him good marks? Otherwise, he'll shoot me or something, Nishal? Nishal just sent me a gun emoji. I'm like, uh-oh. Someone wants extra bonus marks. Nishal, are you there? All right. I think Nishal's gone silent. Okay. So guys, the initial plan today was to go through maths and general ability, but would you like me to go through writing really quickly? I won't give you any writing feedback today. I won't go through any writing feedback today, but I can go through some ideas on what I'd write with writing.
Yes.
By the way, if the Nolamara kids are in the Zoom class right now, I'd highly ask you to not stay in the Zoom class. You will have an extra replacement class. So for you guys, I would ask you to leave the chat, Zoom class right now. So Nolamara kids, if you guys are in the Zoom class right now, I'd recommend you leaving. We will have a separate class for you guys. Have a good holiday. Just chill, drink some apple juice, watch some YouTube, and you guys can come.
Do we leave for the whole session?
Yes, yeah. But you'll have an extra class next week. So I sent a survey, I think yesterday, and then I will be replying to you, all of you guys, very soon on which day your replacement class will be. All right, see you, Vikash. See you, Arti. Nice having you guys anyways. Bye-bye. All right. Apple juice. Yeah, I love apple juice. I haven't seen you in so long, Gabrielle. Oh my gosh. What throwback. Alina, yes, I wasn't there at the Lego final weeks. I had something else on that day. I forgot what I had else on that day, but yeah, that's why you didn't see me. Oh, I had work. I had work. I'm not sure if I told you this. Yeah.
Our team was going to go to Russia.
Your team's going to Russia?
No, they're not. We're going to the we got top 3, so we're going to. It's called like it's a Asia Pacific WebEx or something.
That's awesome. So when is that? Where is that held? In Sydney or something?
I actually have no idea.
By the way, that's good. Good on you. I'm really proud of you guys. Good job. It's not like I paid. It's not like I told the Lego League about Alina and I told them make sure you give her bonus marks. You know. Of course, I wouldn't do something like that, would I, Alina?
I feel like you're going to give me minus points, Melvin.
Exactly. So there you go. So that means you won purely because of your skills, not because I helped. Because I would have asked them to lower your marks. All right.
Melvin,
so let's go through this. Yeah. Is it important?
Why is mock exam number 3?
Oh yeah. It was just a typo because I used the template. So it was just I wanted to copy the entire front page. And when I copied the front page, I forgot to get rid of the number 3.
Yeah, and Melvin, there's another mistake you didn't spot in a typo in reading that I showed to Manny.
Yes, yeah, they told me about it. All right, so let's go through this.
Okay.
All right, let's start with the first thing is, as I mentioned, 1 second. Could you guys all mute yourselves really quickly? Thank you. Okay, so the first thing is, let's take a look at the quote. Keep a little fire burning, however small, however hidden. I think last week we went through, when you see a writing topic, I said do 2 things, right? Does anyone remember what the 2 things were?
Show growth in your character, and I forgot. Don't copy the exact topic.
No, it wasn't those 2, but I did go through those things, but I specifically said 2 steps last week. Debs, do you remember? Alina? Gayatri?
Make
Aaron?
your story unique.
I thought maybe it's about your personal experience or like related to your personal experience.
No, that was like step 1 and step 2. There's 2 different things. Anyone remember?
Look at all like the components.
Nope. I think the
Make your story unique.
first one was understand what the topic is. Oh, good. Reflect and understand the topic. Good job, Sahid. Yep, reflect and understand the topic. And then the step 2 was Lillian. Lillian. Anyone else?
Write the same topic in a different context.
Thanks, Timmy. Yeah, write the same topic in a different context. See how we can use and write the message in different contexts. Good job, guys. Good job, Sahit and Lillian. Okay, so step 1 is reflect and understand the topic. So let's take a look at it. So here we can see a fire, and it's pretty much like a bonfire at night. And then at the bottom, there's a quote. Keep a little fire burning, however small, however hidden. Right. What could that mean? Any ideas?
Like always have hope.
Wait. Sahid, by the way, for future reference, please put your hand up like Neil Lambert, Manis, and Shri, so that everyone else gets a chance as well. But good,
Okay.
yeah, good, you're right. Keep a little bit of hope. So can you give me an example, Sahid, as when you would want to keep a little bit of hope?
Like when you keep losing something, like something bad's happening in your life, like pretend you're like doing like ATAR exams and you're in like year 12, you're finishing all your exams,
Yeah,
but then you're like failing all of them.
yeah,
Then you
good,
gotta still have hope, otherwise you can't pass any exam.
good. Manis, what do you have to say?
I wanted to ask, like, in these prompts, are we supposed to write about the quote or the picture?
Both. They come together.
Okay.
It's like when you have a samosa, are you supposed to eat the filling or the crust?
Okay.
You have to eat both, right?
Yeah.
What are you eating, by the way? Apple?
What you just said.
Oh, is it a samosa?
Yes.
Look at that. Look at that. I'm like all knowing. All right, Shri, what do you have to say?
So I think keep a little fire burning, keep your dreams alive, however hard it is, and like keep your dreams and like however hidden.
Yeah.
Even if the world doesn't know, you can still make your dream come true.
Good man. Good man. Yeah. Wait, one sec, guys. Please mute yourselves. I'll ask you. Right. Yeah. So that's really interesting. Sairam?
I think it means that you should keep working hard.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Neelambari.
My hand is up by accident.
Okay. Hadia, that's a really good one. What did you say, Hadia?
Work hard in silence, and let your success be your noise.
Ooh, interesting. Ahmed.
Like keep a little bit of hope. It doesn't matter like how much you like how much, and you don't have to show to people that you have hope.
Perfect. Yeah. So there's a bunch of other people with their hands up. So Abir, Nishal, and stuff. I'll come back to you guys in the next question, okay? Just for the interest of time. So that's really, really good. So I'll give you a good example about, right now happening in the world. There's this podcast, like this interview that I was listening to, right? And it was this lady. She was from North Korea, and she escaped from North Korea, and it was just her journey about living in North Korea under a dictator, and then from there how she moved to escaped. I think she escaped to China, and then how she came to the United States of America and how she succeeded, right? Or even for example, when you listen to the stories of like Gandhi or Nelson Mandela, these really powerful leaders, they were put into jail. Like Nelson Mandela was in jail for like, I think 20 or something years. Like imagine going to jail because you wanted to fight for equality for all people, and they put you in jail for 20 years, right? Imagine how hard it must be for him to, because he had a wife and kids, right? These little kids, like you guys are like 10 years old, right? Imagine never meeting your dad until you're like 23 or something, right? And he was in prison. So this quote is talking about just in any situation, as you guys mentioned, right? It's always have that dream, because you guys know, as you mentioned correctly, fire usually refers to dreams, right? Because when you say someone has a fire burning inside of them, it's like, oh, they're passionate about something. They want to build a YouTube channel, right? Like I think someone in this group chat has a YouTube channel. I won't say who it is. Or, you want to be a soccer player. You would, work hard to keep those dreams. And then if you want to start a business, or if you want to become a doctor, or, whatever it is that you want to do, you keep that fire burning inside of you. And it's basically saying, it doesn't have to be a big fire. You're always like, oh yeah, I want to, be a doctor all the time or something. But it doesn't have to be super public, as Hadia mentioned. You don't have to walk around saying, yes, I'm gonna, I don't know, become a movie star, whatever, right? But just keep that fire inside of you and keep that burning for you. So now that you guys understand the topic, and that was a really, really good reflection, guys. Really, really smart people in the chat today. How can we explain that topic in a different context? So I'll start with Abir.
Melvin,
Yes, sir.
is it okay if I just say one last representation of the picture and the quote? Is that okay with
Yes,
you?
that's completely fine with me, sir.
Okay, so the fireplace can represent the last light of hope or luck for an achievement or to accomplish a
Wow,
goal. And
that is so cool.
the quote can mean always have hope, never even though you have the consequences.
That's awesome. And the other cool thing that I just noticed when Abir mentioned is, right? There's a very famous quote. I think, I don't know if it's a Gandhi who said it, or I don't know. I think it's the Bible. Oh no. It was Martin Luther King. Do you guys know who Martin Luther King is?
No.
Martin Luther King, he's a very famous freedom fighter. So back in the day in America in the 1950s, American society basically said, if you are white, you can have access to schools and things like that. If you're not white, you can't come to schools, you can't go play the same basketball, you can't play sports with us, you can't go to hospitals with us, stuff like that. And Martin Luther King, I think his quote was, you can't drive out darkness with darkness, right? For example, you can't go in the middle of the night and then make more darkness so that you can get rid of darkness. He says, you get rid of darkness by shining a light. And he said, you can't drive away hate using hate. You only drive away hate using love. And I think, again, it was the Bible as well, I think, that I read. It was like, you can't hide light, right? So you can't hide light in the darkness. So in this photo, as Abir correctly mentioned, if you look at it, the whole area is black and dark, right? It's completely crushing it. But this small fire is lighting up the place. Do you guys understand?
Wait, Melvin.
Yes.
Yeah.
You said Martin Luther King, or what his name? Is he the one that said "I have a dream"?
Yes, that's him. He did the "I have a dream" speech. Yeah. So again, Abir is really right. So for example, when you pursue your dreams, each of you guys might have different dreams. Right now, it's pretty obvious what your dreams are. You guys all want to get into GATE, but these are pretty, somewhat smaller dreams. Later on in life, I know that everyone here in this chat, you guys are all going to do awesome things with life, right? I think the coolest thing that I can be proud of is I know that when I get really old, like when I'm, on my deathbed with a little stick and I'm walking, with my bent back and stuff, I can be like, I'll know that I got to teach a lot of you really cool, smart kids, because you guys are doing incredible things. Some of you might become awesome doctors or, politicians and just awesome people. So similarly, when you guys are, someone just said, I think you already look like an old man. Thanks. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So as I was saying, what was it? Yeah. So as I was saying, when you guys are chasing your goals, right, you will have a lot of darkness surrounding you, say, oh, you can't do this, you might fail and stuff like that, but you got to push forward. So now that we understand the topic really, really good, is there anyone here who has an idea how I can rewrite this in a different context? So I'm going to lower everyone's hands really quickly. And then after that, I'll ask you to put your hands up. All right, perfect. So if you guys have an idea, please put your hands up now. All right. I'll start with Nishal.
Is this working?
Yes, it is, sir. What's the gun for again?
You write it like the darkness is the hate and the other things around you, whereas the flame is the light that's protecting you. Instead of that, but use it as a metaphorical way. Yeah. No, but I want you to think about this. How can we write this in a different context? So not necessarily, about this fire and stuff like that. So, Alan, galactic hybrid creature.
So I wasn't asking for like the thing, but he said the dream squad was it Martin Luther King or Martin Luther King Jr.?
Martin Luther King Jr.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sahit Namburi.
Like first off, maybe we can like start to relating it with real life. So like our real life experiences. So then we have a better idea of what we're writing about. So like
Okay.
I can write about cricket because I love cricket and play cricket. Like at the start of the season, we lost the match. Then since then we started winning a lot. But then like at the end of the season again, we started losing. Like we always lost. Like this is like our third losing streak.
Perfect.
Yeah, but
love that.
Without actually having hope, how are we gonna win? If we just give up, how are we gonna win? If we still have some hope, then maybe we can win. And then like since then we've been like getting so close. Like we've been losing by like this, like so I don't know how to explain it. Just like we're like so
a
close
small
to winning.
margin, but like a very small margin.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. I get that. Yeah. So that's really, really good. And Aaron, wait. Actually, before we go to Aaron, I really like Sahit's example. And the reason I like it is not because that was that's not like the next Nobel Prize in literature story. Like it's not the best story in the world, but it's a very good story, right? He reflected on his own personal life and he talked about what this message was about. So how can he make sure that he talks about the topic? Because guys, remember, you still have to talk about the topic. Well, what can he do? Well, he can write a story, exposition. You have a character, his name's Sahit. His setting is the MCG, right? Melbourne Cricket Ground. And the problem is his team's been on a losing streak and he feels like it's on the line. If he loses the next match, they're going to remove him as a captain of the cricket team. So the problem is getting worse because the first few overs, they've been getting just 1 runs or 2 runs, and some overs they've got 0 runs. What are they called? Maiden overs? Is that it?
That's correct.
Okay, yeah. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm so good at cricket. Look at me. By the way, as you guys know that I'm not actually, I don't know anything about cricket. All right. So yeah, it's a maiden over. And then he's doing really bad, going bad. But then slowly you can see, some overs they do pretty good, some overs they do bad. And the climax is basically they have, it's basically their, is it called intermission or what do you guys call it? Break in between?
I just call it climax. Like
No. In between your match, what's the middle break thing called?
Oh, the middle is halftime.
Oh yeah, it's halftime. So it's halftime, and then all the Sahit and his team they go in for a cup of tea and a banana. And while they're eating the banana, Sahit the captain's like, "Guys, come on, we can do this. This is our last shot. Push through with it. We can do it." And he's like, "Each of you must have that little fire inside of you burning. Doesn't matter how small it is. Doesn't matter how hidden it is. Push through with it, and we shall persevere." And do you see how by you saying that in the story, we're still writing about the topic?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you guys understand?
Yes.
Yeah. So
yes, sir.
It's still not about the topic. By the way, thank you so much, Sean. I love what you have going on there. You have the banana, as I mentioned, and you have your sunglasses, and I love your name as well. I love it. So much going on there. Okay, so so in that story, he's not talking about the literal image, but he's still talking about the topic. Do you guys understand?
Yep. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Easy. All right. Do you guys have any other questions? All right. Sorry, Aaron had a few things. Aaron, and then I'll go to Alan, and then I'll go to Amir.
Yeah, you know how you said about like the cricket, right?
Uh-huh.
Instead of like putting it as an experience, like if you don't play any sports, could you put it like as like you have like a lawmaker who is fighting for their freedom of like people who are being abused?
Yeah. Are you talking about that movie? What's it called?
Jai Beam.
Yeah. I just saw that recently. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in that movie, you know how we had to keep that fire burning, like keep having hope? Yeah, that's really, really good. See, that's another example, guys, where you can copy movies where if you know that people haven't watched it. right? So for example, you don't write a story about, I don't know, a little girl in a kingdom who has magical powers that can turn everything to snow and ice, and then her little sister falls in love with this prince, and the prince turns out to be evil, and they run into the wilderness. Because everyone knows what movie that is. It's my favorite movie. What is it?
No way.
It's my favorite movie.
Frozen.
Frozen. Yeah. It's legit my favorite movie. I love it so much. Alan said me too. Oh, Alan loves Frozen. Look at that.
Let it
All right.
go.
So, anyways, but if you, for example, have seen a movie that people haven't, seen before, or if you want to adapt it, you can do that. All right, you can adapt it. But that was a good question, Aaron. Moving on to Alan. Oh, sorry. Tim had a quick question. Tim said, don't they eat oranges at halftime? The reason I said that was because back when I was young, again, another story from Ireland, there's a sport in Ireland called hurling. And we had, how you guys have FIFA 15 and stuff? We had hurling as a video game back in the very first Xbox. And the commentary was so stupid and it was so funny. So whenever it was halftime, there's only one line, and the line was always like, oh, the lads are going in for a cup of tea and a banana. And then ever since then, I would always say, oh, they're going in for a cup of tea and a banana. All right, moving on. Not funny. Alan, tell me, what's your question?
So, did you used to play cricket?
No, I used to play soccer.
I said I watched the Law movie, not Frozen.
You said you love Frozen. That's so cool, man.
No, I like the Law movie.
You like Frozen? That's so cool.
L-I-W movie. Oh my
L-O-W
God.
is spelling.
I know. I had it off by.
It's cool. Alan even has a photo of Elsa doing a magical spell as his profile picture. That's awesome. He loves Frozen so much.
That's a galaxy.
Where Elsa lives, right? Awesome. Abir, next question.
Okay, so I'm trying to make like another representation of the fireplace.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is right, but I'm just gonna say it just to learn. So the fire can represent one person standing, and the darkness can represent hate towards them, and they still have that little fire burning in their own heart, which makes them stand against all the hate and all that.
Perfect. Yeah. And then how would you write that as a story, Abir? But how you can write the story, but how would you, for example, relate to the topic? How would you include the topic so it's obvious that you're writing about it?
Oh yeah, so like, for example, they can be the school kid getting hated by everyone, but he still has a little fire in his heart that makes him strong against them. Like,
yeah, and then you'll include the quote, right?
Yeah.
Good man. I like that. All right. Is that it? Is there any other questions? Oh, actually, there's a few people with their hands up. Ahmed, what's up, bro?
I had another way to like represent it.
Tell me, sir.
So like the wood at the bottom is like the people who support your dreams
Yeah.
and make your hope get higher and make you more confident and brave. Like they're the people and the things.
Yeah.
That make you like more confident.
All right. And then how would you tell the story, sir?
So like there's someone like as a friend or something that could like help you on your journey to like make your fire relight or something like that.
Perfect. I love that. So for example, would you say something like, there's a little boy named Abir and he wanted to be, Hadia, what does Abir want to be?
A policeman.
All right. Oh no, but make something funny. Abir wanted to be the next actor in Frozen 3. And everyone didn't believe.
Wait, guys, what are you talking about?
And no one believed in him. But then his friends, always were supporting him, saying, Abir, you make an... Sorry, was it Abir or Ahmed? Sorry.
Abir.
No, Ahmed was the one to ask you the question, right?
Yeah.
Sorry. Ahmed wants to be the next actor in Frozen 3. And
Oh
then
no,
all
he
his friends were
told
like,
everyone.
He
And
has
then-
to be the main actor.
yeah, he has to be the main actor. And then everyone said, Ahmed, no, you can't do it. You don't have a good, voice and everything. But his best friends were like, no, Ahmed, we trust in you. And Hadia used to, take Ahmed to voice lessons and, to become a professional actor for Frozen 3. And then that supported him.
No, Melvin,
then-
I would take him to roast lessons. He needs to learn how to roast.
Okay. Yep. And then at the end, Hadia tells Ahmed, Ahmed, you should, fight for your dreams. Keep a little fire burning, however small, however hidden. And then at the end, Ahmed becomes the next prince in Frozen 3. Sorry, Ahmed.
I hate you.
Okay. Any other questions, guys, about writing? Just shout out. Any other questions?
Melvin,
Yep.
for like how you said about the how the Sahit said about the cricket thing.
Yeah.
Could you like change the experience into something which happened in real life, like how the Nazi war, where the Jewism, like the Jewish people didn't have rights and they needed hope.
That is an incredible example. I love that. Perfect. So I think when I was in year 5, I read this book called Anne Frank's Diary. Have you guys heard of Anne Frank?
Yeah, I read it.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
So
No.
I read it.
Anne Frank was this little girl. I think she's around the age of you guys when Hitler came to power.
She's
And
older
if
now.
you guys don't, he's older than you. Yeah, obviously.
She's like 13 years old when she wrote the diary.
Oh, she said she's older than you. I thought you said Hitler's older than you. I was like, yeah, obviously. But yeah, sorry, she's older than you. All right. So basically when Hitler came to power, he basically said, you know what, we're going to get rid of all the Jewish people because, I don't know, he was a bad person. And a lot of Jewish people went into hiding. So Anne Frank and her family was hiding inside this little attic. And they spent, I think, years just hiding there, waiting for the war to be over before they could escape. So imagine being 13 and you know that the society and the police and the government is trying to kill you, and you're hiding in this attic and you have nothing else to do, right? You're just stuck there for a long time. So you need to have that little fire burning inside of you, right? Otherwise you'll go crazy. Like you'll lose all hope. Or even like when you read books about please, sorry guys, can everyone mute yourselves? Thank you. Even when you read the stories about a lot of these prisoners in the Holocaust, it's just insane. Like, they have to keep the fire burning inside of them. So yeah, that's a really good example, Aaron. Thank you. All right, any other questions, guys? Or can I move on to quantitative reasoning? No questions? All right. In that case, I'll let you actually guys take a 5-minute break.
Wait.
Yeah.
So the attic is not really safe to hide because isn't it in the top of the house?
Yes, but it's inside the house. Unless they have laser vision, they won't see the inside the attic.
Yeah, but wouldn't they just go in the house and like attack them?
Yeah. So it's hidden behind a library. So you have to open the library to see it.
Oh, that's safe. But like if you destroy a part of it, you can like see them.
That's right. All right. Yeah, so you guys have a 5-minute break. Come back at 5:55. 5:55, guys, and then we'll jump into maths and gender ability. All right?
Melvin.
That's my name.
Yeah, so you know how you were talking about Jewish
Wait, Abir, I'll answer that question now. Go for your break. I need to get some water and I'll come right back.
Okay, sorry.
No, that's okay. I'll just get some water and I'll answer your question after. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Oh. Oh.
What is happening?
You guys have a 5-minute break, bro, till 5:55. Did you pay attention, sir?
Yeah.
Then why did you ask me that question?
No, no,
Like what? Like?
nothing. Just forget it.
All right.
Melvin,
Yes.
when does that break end?
2 more minutes. But if you guys want to come back early, more than happy to come back. All right. All right, let's get started. Ooh, Akansha and Lakshmi. This is not the last Zoom meeting. We have one more class. We have one more class next week. Tarun, happy birthday, bro.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Tarun, bro.
Yeah, I might bring in some cupcakes tomorrow.
Oh, tell Jenny to leave me one in the fridge because I only finish work at 5.
Oh, okay.
But that's awesome.
Wow.
By the way, Nishal, why are you sending me random messages, bro? All right. By the way, Akansha and Lakshmi, did you guys see 14 Peaks? Did you guys see that? So there's a new Netflix documentary called 14 Peaks. Did you guys see it?
No, not yet.
You should watch it. So basically, oh, it's so awesome. Everyone else wasn't seeing it as well. 100% watch it. It is so cool. Basically, there's this guy called Nirmal Porgia. Am I saying it correctly?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Nirmal Porgia, he is this Nepalese soldier, right? He was part of the Gurkha soldiers, and then he went to England to become part of the special forces. And then while he was in England in the military as a special forces soldier, one day during combat, he was like, supporting his army, and this guy shot him, right? A sniper. And he had his gun here, and luckily it only hit the gun and he survived. And the next day he realized that he has to go do something important with his life. So he went back and he told his wife's name is Suchi. So he told Suchi, he was like, look, I want to go climb mountains and represent Nepal and showcase Nepal to the world. Because I think if you guys don't know, the world's biggest mountains are in Nepal. And a lot of really big, powerful, all the famous climbers, they go to Nepal to climb these mountains. But one of the things is they never acknowledge the incredible Sherpas who helped them climb it. So they never say who they are. So this guy Nirmal, his name's Nims. So Nims was like, you know what? I'm going to climb the 14 of the biggest mountains in the world in 6 months. To put that into perspective, the previous world record for the 14 biggest mountains in the world was 16 years, right? It took someone 16 years to climb the 14 mountains, but this guy was going to do it in 6 months, which is ridiculous. And then the whole documentary is just about him doing it. So 100% recommend you guys watching it. It is so cool.
Did he do it there?
Sorry?
Did he do it?
It's there's a lot of ups and downs. I'll tell you that. There's a lot of ups and downs. And the ending is kind of sad, but really cool as well. But it's pretty good.
What happened?
Well, do you want me to spoil it?
Yeah.
Please no. Please no. Please no.
Okay. I won't spoil it. All right. Moving on then. But yeah. Moving on. Okay, there's a few people with their hands up. Mehtab.
This is a random question, but how can you figure out square root quickly?
Square root of a number? Is it a square root of a number that you're asking? I don't know. Are you saying if someone else see what's the square root of 25? Mehtab?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no quick way really. It's mostly you have to know your different square numbers and then you work backwards. Because square numbers, you can just do, 5 times 5 or 10 times 10. But square root, you have to kind of figure out what number will go into this twice to, be it. So the next method is guess and check. So you would say, all right, so the number is 250. Well, what's 13 squared? And then you find a number. And then you'll say, what's 15 squared? And then you find a big number. And then you'll see, oh, well, 250 is in between these two. And then you know it's in between those two. Do you guys understand? Yeah. Perfect. Neelambri, Mount Everest is in the border of China and Nepal. Ooh, interesting. All right. Abir?
Yeah, so you know how you were talking about Jewish prisoners?
Yeah.
I would recommend you reading a book. It's called The Happiest Man on Earth.
Ooh, is that the it's a new book, right? It's about this old man. He lives in Sydney.
He
the cover is a black and white photo of him like this.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
It's a good book.
All right, I'll check it out. Well, who else had their hands up? Fine. Galactic hybrid creature. What's up?
So Mount Everest is not the tallest mountain in the world. It's the tallest mountain above sea level. There's a taller mountain than Mount Everest, but it's covered with water.
Wait, but Alan, when?
What when?
When did I ask?
I was trying to relate it when you said something about Nepal and then another person said something about Mount Everest.
All right. Okay, you don't have to rage, bro.
You're so annoying, Melvin.
I am so annoying. That's why my
Yeah,
mom,
Melvin,
my
you make
sister,
people
and
upset.
I spammed Melvin.
yeah, I can see.
Now, wait, guys, you
All right.
can't say Melvin's annoying. You can't say that because once you stop seeing him, your life actually gets pretty boring.
Aww, Hadia, that is so sweet. That's so nice. All right, so let's go through the Oh, I can't stop smiling. Oh my gosh. If you can see, I'm blushing right now as well. All right, let's go through the quantitative reasoning questions. All right. So question number 1. Gayatri took a drive to town at an average rate. Oh, by the way, Hadi, did you see the questions? I think your name in this. Is there a question with Hadi in it?
No, I didn't see one.
Was it with Ahmed in it?
No, I checked like 3 times.
I did see a name beginning with T.
Okay, never mind then. All right, so Gayatri took a drive to town at an average rate of 40 miles per hour. In the evening, he drove back at 30 miles per hour. If he spent a total of 7 hours traveling, what is the distance traveled by Gayatri? Well, it should be she, not he. Sorry, Gayatri, are you here with us?
Yes.
Sorry about that. I was making these questions in a random bench in I was just finalizing everything, and I missed. I was changing the names. So we made the questions and everything, but I wanted to make the names to like kids in the class, and I was in a rush, so I didn't see. Oops. Sorry. Okay, so if you spend a total of 7 hours traveling, what is the distance traveled by Gayatri? Alrighty. So where is it? Does it look something related to what? Does it look like something related to Frozen? What does that mean? Okay, so let's go to the first question. So in here, the same.
Melvin?
Yeah.
Remember you said I like my background looks like the galaxy.
Okay, I need to focus, bro. I need to focus. We need to go through some of these questions, but I'll answer your Frozen questions later. Okay. I know you really like Frozen, but let's focus now, all right, Alan?
Hey, I did not like Frozen.
We get it. You love Frozen. That's awesome, man. All right. So in this question, he took a drive to town, and then he drove back at 30. If you spend a total of time, what's the total time? So in the first section, right, if you were to draw it, you have one road here going at like this at X distance. And then we have one thing here, and then it is the same distance, right? We have the same distance both times. But we know the speed and we know the time. So the speed was 40 kilometers in the first section. And then the second section, it was 30 kilometers. And then if you were to, for example, if you were to put this in an equation, we know the speed, we know the time, but we want to figure out what the distance itself was. But we can't do the distance equation because the distance equation is just speed times time, right? But because the time is in both scenarios, we can't really do it. So what you would do instead would be, what you'd be doing is you solve for the time equation. So time, we know is 7 hours is equal to distance divided by speed, but we know that is equal to different things. So we know it's x divided by 40 plus x divided by 30. Do you guys understand this? Because I know this is actually a bit confusing. And I'll show you the easier method after. Do you guys understand this? Yeah? Debs, do you understand this? Deb?
Yep.
Debbie?
I don't understand.
Who's that?
Me.
All right, Nishal. So Nishal, do you know the equation to find time? Time is distance divided by speed, okay? So we know that it took him a total of 7 hours. So the distance was the same in both times because he went from home to town, but this time he went town to home, the same distance. So to find time, you do distance divided by speed. So in the first section, it's x divided by 40. And the next section is x divided by 30. And both these journeys add up to 7 hours. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Perfect. Good man. So now it's just a simple fraction addition thing, right? What goes into 4? Can you do x over 40 plus x over 30? No, you can't, right? Because they're different denominators. So to make them the same denominator, so I multiply this by 30 and this by 40. So 30 times x, 30x
120
over 40, 120 plus 40x over 120. And I'm getting 70x over 120, which is equal to 7 over 12, 7x over 12. So 7 hours is equal to 7x over 12. And then I bring this 12 across, and then 7 times 12 is 84 is equal to 7x, and then divide both sides by 7. 12 is equal to x. So, oops, I think I made a mistake somewhere. 40 times 30 is not 120, it's 1,200. Oops. So it's 120. X is equal to 120. So 2x, because this whole section plus this whole section is equal to 240. Do you guys understand that? I know that was a very hard question. That was a very hard question. And that's why if you came to last week's Zoom class, I told you guys, skip question 1 because it's pretty hard.
Yeah, and go to question 8.
Question 8. Oh, oops. Question 8 wasn't easy, lol. I think I meant something
The
else.
wrong one, and I realized that like in between.
Yeah. I think
knew it.
I was talking about question 4 and not 8. Question 8's pretty hard. Question 4 is really easy. That's what I meant. All right.
You evil man.
All right. So let's go into the next one. I'm gonna remove all these working out. So if you guys, okay, you know what? I don't need to do that. I'll just do a different color. Eiffel needs interest income of $5,000. How much money must you invest for 1 year, 10% to give $5,000? Well, that means that $5,000 is 10% of something, right? So if $5,000 is equal to 10%, 100% is equal to $50,000. Pretty easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Nichelle said, do you want some cookies? Yes, I would love some cookies, Nichelle. Oh, look. Alan has more frozen backgrounds. Now it's like Elsa's a dragon.
Frozen. This is not frozen. It's Godzilla was Ghidorah. Okay, no, like
That looks like Elsa. That's so cute. But Elsa's a dragon.
No. Godzilla is the king of the monsterverse.
So Elsa is the queen of the monsterverse.
Slap! Mothra is the queen of the monsterverse.
Alan, it's okay. I know you love Frozen.
Oh my god. How do you friend this on somebody else?
Nah, you're too funny.
Come on.
All right. Question three. A rectangle. Wait, Neil Ambry, do you want me to change to someone else? Or should I just keep using Alan? Neil Ambry gets to choose.
Oh God.
It's pretty funny, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll keep it. All right, sorry, Alan. Neil Ambry said it, not me. All right, question 3. A rectangle is 4 times long as it is wide. If its length is decreased by 4 inches and its width is decreased by 1 inch, and the area will be 60 square inches, What are the dimensions of the original rectangle? This is hard. This is hard. Not really. You just gotta, it's just a lot of words. You just gotta break it down step by step, right? Take it slowly. So first thing is you want to draw a little rectangle. Well, personally, I like to do it. I like to draw a little rectangle. Oh, Abir went philosophical just then. Abir was like, everything is hard in life, Melvin. That's awesome, Abir. All right. So
Everything is what?
Everything is hard in life, Melvin. All right. And he said, just overcome it. It's like a Nike advertisement. Just do it, Melvin. All right. So a rectangle is 4 times as long, 4x as is wide. If the length is increased by 4 inches and the width is decreased by 1 inches, the area would be 60 centimeters. Okay. This is interesting. So how would you write this down? So can I get Alina to tell me, how do you find the area of a rectangle?
Length times width.
Good. So in this case, it will be 4x multiplied by x, correct? Correct?
Yeah.
You guys understand? By the way, a dot in mathematics, ooh, look at that, I'm being fancy. I'm not calling it maths, I'm calling it mathematics. So in mathematics, guys, a dot means multiplication. So 4x dot x means 4x multiplied by x. So in the is equal to area. So in this question, it said that 60 square inches of the area is equal to 4x minus 1. Oh, 4 times that's long, sorry. 4x plus 4 multiplied by x minus 1 is equal to 60. All right, let's expand that out. This is actually really hard. I think in this question, honestly, like right now looking at it, it is actually very hard. And I think the best way, well, let's see what the guys did. Let me take a look at the answer key. Yeah, this is way too hard. I think the easiest word. Oh, guys. Oh, this is so silly. This is so silly. I fell for the same trick. Oh, I feel stupid. There's nothing here. You guys don't need to do any of that. You guys want to see what the embarrassing thing I just did was? Huh?
Wait, don't you just have to do like what equals 60?
No. Oh, Hadi just said caught in 4K. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh, that was so silly of me. Do you guys know what the simple trick was?
What?
Yes. The rectangle was 4 times as long as it's wide. So 4 times 16, 4 times 4 is 16.
Look at that, Sean. That was such a boss move. Especially with your little sunglasses on in the background thing as well. Oh, Sean. That was like a straight out of a movie scene. Look at you go, kid.
But I wrote all that.
Thank you.
All right, that was awesome, Sean. All right, there you go. So it wasn't that hard.
Everything out now.
This question was not that hard. It was literally 4 times as long as wide. So which of the answers makes sense? B, 4 times 16. Look at that. I was in a silly, goofy mood today. Good girl, Hamza. Good girl. All right. Question. Oh, I can't believe I fell for that. All right. Question 4.
Oh, you did. Sorry.
Question 4. Jen had 180 marbles. She wants to make packets of marbles. Question. Oh, yes, Soha. Go for it. Teach us. Do question 4.
If you look at it, it says 9 marbles in each packet. So 9 times 18 is 2. Sorry, 9 times 2 is 18. Plus 4, so it's 20.
Yep. So it should be 180, as you mentioned, divided by 9, and that gives you 20, right, Soha?
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, I just want to point out that Soha is so cool that she's in a car with her driver driving her around while she's attending the class. It's like she's like one of those like powerful CEOs where like they don't have time to do anything. They're just in their car doing, you know, meetings and phone calls and stuff. So Soha's just in her car and she's like, all right, Melvin, you know, this is the answer. This is how you do it. Awesome, Soha. I love that for you. Hi. All right. So next question, guys. Next question. Question number 5. Pump A can fill a tank of water in 4 hours. Pump B can fill the same tank in 6 hours. Oh, by the way, I'll just show the working out if you guys need it. It's pretty easy, as Soha mentioned. Next question. Pump A can fill the water tank in 4 hours. Pump B can fill the same water tank in 6 hours. Both pumps started at 8 o'clock in the morning. When will the tank be full? Right? Basically, the way you do this is like this. I want you to imagine something, right? This is actually one of the hard questions because I remember making this question back in the day. So I want you to imagine this. Neelambri, how long do you think it'll take you to clean your entire room?
4.
4 hours.
About 12.
12 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. So Neelambri, if she starts cleaning her room, it'll take her 12 hours to clean it. Manis, just imagine you go to Neelambri's house and then Neelambri's like, Manis, if you clean my room, I'll give you $20. How long do you think it'll take you to clean her room, Manis? How many hours?
I don't know what her room looks like, and I don't know
Make it up.
goes.
She's a really messy girl because it takes her 12 hours to clean her room, like literally an entire day to clean her room. How long do you think it'll take you?
So why would you do it? Like $20 isn't enough.
Manas, how long would it take you? Just make up a number.
Maybe about 2 hours.
Okay, so it takes Manas 2 hours and Neelambri 12 hours. Now imagine if they both started working together, how long would it take them? Will it take them 14 hours? 12 plus 2?
No.
Oh,
No.
Yeah. Will it take them less than 12 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Will it take them less than 2 hours?
No.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
It will take them less than 2 hours.
Yeah.
If man is doing alone takes 2 hours, if Neelambri helps even just a little bit by, if Neelambri walks like a snail and just like, moves one thing at a little time, just like this, it'll still be faster because Manas has help, right, Neelambri? Yeah. So in this question, what I want you to realize is if it's 4 hours and it's 6 hours, the answer has to be less than 4 hours for sure. It has to be at least less than 4 hours. So let's take a look at the answers. 8 plus 4 hours is 12. So this is definitely wrong. Do you guys understand that? So it has to be 10, it has to be this, or it has to be this. That's another example of how you can, work faster and engage. Now let's figure it out. So when you work together, you're essentially adding up your speed, right? You're adding up the speed of which you're working, right? And we know the distance. The distance is the time the cleaning the room. So we'll call it 100% the room is clean. So it'll take Neelambri 12 hours to make 100% of the room clean. It takes Manas, so Neelambri takes 100 divided by 6 hours. And Manas takes 100 divided by 2. So 6 is basically the time and 2 is the time as well. So Neelambri's speed is 100 divided by 6. Neelambri, what's your speed then? 100 divided by 6? You can use a calculator if you want. 100 divided by 6.
16.4. 16.4. 6.
Yep, it is. Neil Lambry. 16.67.
Yeah.
Yep, good girl. So it takes 16.67 per hour, and then it takes minus 50 per hour. Now, the way I would write it out is like this. So we want to find out the total speed. We know speed is equal to distance divided by time. So minus the speed, sorry, the pump A speed would be 100 divided by 4, and then pump B speed will be 100 divided by 6, and they'll give you the two speeds, and then you add the two speeds together, right? You add the speeds together to find the total speed. Do you guys understand that? You add the speeds together. So we can't do this just yet. So like I'm going to simplify it a bit. What's 100 over 4? 25. 100 over 6 is 16.6. So, but I want to keep it as it is. So 25 over 1. And then this will be, if I simplify it, it will be 50 over 3. Now, guys, remember, you can't add things with different denominators. So multiply this side by 3 over 3. So I have 75 over 3 plus 50 over 3, and that gives me 125 over 3. Do you guys understand that? Hello? Hello? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
125. And 125 divided by 3 is 41.666, something like that. So that's the new speed. The new speed at which they work is 41.6666, something like that. And it takes them 100, if they want to complete 100% of it. So 100% divided by 41.66666, and that gives you how much? .4 hours. And 2.4 hours is 10:48 a.m. Do you guys get that? I know it's really hard.
Wait, can you repeat the thing that you just said? Because I didn't quite get it.
Yeah. Let me get a new page and I'll write it up on a blank page to make it more clearer. All right. So add a new page. So I'll go step by step as well, again, because it is a hard question. Do you think I'm an awesome singer?
No.
No. Definitely yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Abir and Sean. You guys get 30 extra bonus marks on the exam.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Let's go. You're amazing at singing. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so let's do the question. So, in this question, basically we have pump A and pump B. When they work together, essentially you're adding their speeds, right? So speed A plus speed B. Do you understand that, guys, ladies and gentlemen? Alina, everyone?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep, you guys get that? All right. So how do you find speed of something? It's distance divided by the time it takes. So speed is equal to distance divided by time. So speed A, the distance essentially, guys, is 100%, right? 100% of the whole task being completed, right? Of it being full, 100%. So you can write it as 100, or I'm just gonna write it as 1, just 1, because what's 100% as a decimal, Syra?
1.
Good man. Good man. So 1 and divided by the time. How long does it take pump A to fill up, Siron?
Pump A takes 4 hours.
Perfect. So the time is 4. So speed of A is 1/4. Do you guys understand that?
Yes.
Speed of B is equal to 1/6. Now we're going to add them together. 1/4 plus 1/6. We need to have the same, denominators. So what's 4 and 6? What's their lowest common denominator?
12.
12. Yeah, 12. Silly me. I thought 24. 12. So 4 goes into 12 3 times, 3/12. 6 goes into 2 times. 2 times 2/12. And when you add them together, you get 5/12. Do you guys understand?
Yes.
And what's 5/12? It's an improper fraction. It's an improper fraction. So now we know that the speed of A and B is equal to 5/12. We know the distance is still 1 or 100%. So now we're trying to find out time. So how do you find time, ladies and gentlemen?
Distance divided by speed.
So now we're going to do 1 divided by 5/12. Aha. This is interesting. How do you do 1 divided by a fraction? How do you divide fractions? You can't. So you need to follow the famous KFC formula.
Kentucky Fried Chicken?
Yes, Kentucky Fried Chicken. In this case, it's called keep, flip, change. So we're going to keep 1 as itself. We're going to flip the division sign into multiplication. And we're going to change the 5/12 into 12/5. And 1 times 12/5 is 12/5. So the time it takes for both of them is equal to 12/5, which is 2.4. Do you guys understand that?
Yes.
Or 2 2/5, which is 2.4. So what you do is you do 8 a.m. plus 2.4 hours. And turns out that gives you, well, actually, this is incorrect. This should be not 48. 40% of 60 minutes is 6 times 4, which is 24. This should not be 48. It should be 24. I think it just someone multiplied by 2 again. So they did 48, not 24. But obviously, when you look at it, the most closest answer is 1048. So the answer is A. Do you guys understand?
Yeah.
All right. All righty. Okay.
Yeah.
Next few questions. Oh, I'll give you a few minutes to take this down.
Now then,
Yep.
which question is this?
Question number 5.
Thank you.
That'll be $5, Manus.
Thank you.
How was the samosa?
That was good.
Yeah, that's good. All right, are you guys done taking this down? Can I move on?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Sure.
All right. Next.
Melvin.
Yes, sir.
Next week, right?
Yeah.
Do we have a Zoom meeting next week?
Yes, you do.
Okay. Is Maria gonna be in it as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Nishal's just sending me such random messages. It's so funny. He's sending me what Wikipedia means. He's sending me swords and stuff like that. It's pretty interesting. All right. Question number 6. What is the dimensions of a square that has a perimeter and the area in the same value? Well, this question, honestly, the fastest way and the smartest way is just trial and error. Can it be A?
No.
No, because that's not a square. Right? That's not a square. Can it be B? 8 times 8 is? What's 8 times 8?
64.
And perimeter would be 8 times 4. That's not 64, right? Can it be C? 4 times 4?
Yes.
Yep. And then 4 times 4
Yes,
is
sir.
what? Perfect. Perfect. It's C. By the way, I think Sean and Katie are just too cool for us. Look at them and their backgrounds. Oh my gosh. They're just killing it in life. I wish I was as cool as those two.
But you're cooler than me.
Nah, you know who's the coolest? The coolest would be Sean with his, earlier when Sean did that, cool line there where he was like, 4 times, sorry, what was it, Sean? What was it? Length is 4 times the width, Melvin. Duh. That's the coolest thing.
That's funny.
The second coolest thing was Soha inside her car with her lollipop and her bucket hat saying, yo, Melvin, let me hop in real quick. Let me tell you guys how to do this question. All right. And then there's Katie with her butterfly background. That's pretty hype. But special shout out goes to Alan and his awesome Frozen themed backgrounds. I love seeing someone who's so into Frozen like me. All right, I think Alan left. Anyways, question number 7. Find the dimensions of a rectangle that has a length 3 meters more than its width and a perimeter that is equal to its area. Whew, this is interesting. By the way, I think this question, I don't know if it's this question or a later question, but it should have been width, not length, or width or length. Sorry, not dimensions, because dimensions you need 2 values. And this is only 1 value. All right. So, yeah.
But then the question would be, find the width of the rectangle that has length 3 more meters than its width.
Yeah, so it should have been width, my bad. It should have been width, yeah. So find the width of the rectangle that has a length 3 times more than its width and a perimeter equal in value to its area. Okay?
Okay.
So how do you find perimeter of an area? Its perimeter of an area is length plus width times 2. Okay? Area of a rectangle is length times width. Do you guys understand?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So now let's figure this out. Let us figure this out. So if we know these two equal to each other, then we know that length plus width times 2 is equal to length times width. So let's expand it. L times 2 is 2L. 2 times W is 2W. And it's equal to length times width. Now, we know that length is, so length 3 meters more than its width. Length is width plus 3. So I'm going to change it to 2 times width plus 3 plus 2W is equal to width plus 3 times W. 2 times W is 2W plus 6 plus 2W is equal to W squared plus 3W. So I'm going to rewrite that on a new page. I'm going to copy all of this incredibly beautiful mathematics. Bring it over. Do you guys like it when I say mathematics or maths?
Maths. I like it when you say maths.
But isn't mathematics way more cooler?
Neither.
Kind of.
I don't like either.
They're both okay.
Yeah, you sound like a nerd when you say mathematics.
What do you think I am? Do you not
Melvin
think
is a nerd.
Galaxy face.
Duh, like, see,
Galaxy
Ahmed gets it.
face.
Melvin is the coolest
Galaxy
genius
face.
ever.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Galaxy
I'm gonna
face.
quickly mute everyone. Thank you. Come on. All right. Jonathan, Hadia, Sairam, Neelambri, please mute yourselves, guys. Thank you. All right. So now that we have 2W, rewrite this. 2 times W is equal to 2W. 2 times 3 is equal to 6 plus 2W is equal to W times W is equal to W squared. W times 3 is equal to 3W. 2W plus 2W is equal to 4W plus 6 is equal to W squared plus 3W. Bring the 3W, bring the 4W across. 6 is equal to W squared plus 3W minus 4W. 6 is equal to W squared minus W. So what number can you get? Sorry, what number multiplied by itself minus itself will give you 6? Let's look at the answers. So question number 1 is 6. 6 squared minus W, 6 squared minus 6. Does that give me 6, guys?
No.
All right, so it doesn't make sense. So it's not 6.
Oh, Mr. Tom.
It's not 6. Let's try 9. 9 squared minus 9. Does that give me 6?
No.
No.
Oh,
Let's try
no,
3.
Mr.
3
Tom.
squared minus 3 is equal to 6. Does that make sense?
Yes, Mr. Tom.
So the width is 3. That's a pretty hard question. Take all the steps down. Bum, 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 bum. Make a circle, make a circle.
Why are you singing that?
Sorry?
Why are you singing Make a Circle?
Oh, I like that song.
Well, you're really bad at singing it.
I'm gonna tell Mr. Shah that Soha's bullying me.
Melvin's the best at singing.
Yeah, he is.
No.
You guys are too sweet. You guys are too.
Melvin.
The worst.
Right. Does anyone need more time to take down notes? Nope. I'm gonna move on.
Yes.
Okay, I'll give a few more minutes.
Thanks.
All right, who still needs more time? Who needs more time? All right, moving on. Hadia just said Mr. Tommy guy is annoying. My dad's name is Tommy.
No, I didn't mean that. I meant like the guy who says Mr. Tom.
Oh,
Is your dad's name actually Tommy?
yeah, my dad's name is Tommy.
And then you told us the story about why you changed your name to Tom, right?
Yeah. All right. I'll come right after. Okay. I'll
Why
come
is
right
your
after.
last name?
Sorry.
Why is your last name Tom?
I'll tell you guys that later. Oh, okay. I'll say it to you guys after the next question if we do it pretty well. All right, next question. A circle has an area of 9 pi centimeters. Is inscribed inside a rectangle. Well, it should be a square, but okay. But do you guys know that squares are rectangles?
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yes.
blow your. This is a cool mathematical fact.
They are
So
stretched squares.
all squares are rectangles, but not all rectangles are squares. It's like saying Shri is a boy, but not all boys are Shri. So a rectangle is any four-sided shape where each of the corners have 90 degrees and the opposite sides are equal. So yeah, a square has all those sort of things. Now, a circle, 9 centimeters. So area of a circle, as you guys know, find the area of the rectangle. Oh, by the way, I think there might have been an error. I think it's either a circle or a semicircle. All right, well, it should be fine. Let's find out. Oh, it should be circle, I think. Well, we'll find out. And it should be a square. Oh, actually, no, it is. Let's find out. Let's do both. So, number one, you have a rectangle, and then you have a semicircle. Oh, oops, you draw a circle. All right. Oops, I think someone had an accident just then. Oh, it's not. Oh, it is. It's letting me do it. Okay. Oh, it's not letting me do it. Okay. So imagine, just ignore. Oh, oops. Okay, I'm gonna just draw like this thing. Oh. All right. So this is our little rectangle with a semicircle in it. Now, how do you find the area of a circle, ladies and gentlemen?
Pi r squared.
Pi r squared, right? So area of a semicircle should be pi r squared divided by 2, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's do the question actually. I should do it. Okay. So if we go with the idea, let's just check. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. If I were to go with this thing that this is 9 is it, by the way, don't write this down yet because I just got to double check. Divided by 2. Sorry, 9 pi. That would mean that it was 18 pi. Yep, that would make sense. So imagine this as a circle. So this was a full circle instead. All right, this was full circle. And ignore this part. It should be a circle. The diameter of a circle coincides with the length of this square. Square, and it should be square as well. So this is a square. Area is equal to 9 pi. So we know that area is equal to 9 pi. So what radius could give me 9 pi?
3, Mr. Tom.
That's right. So if the radius is 3, it will be pi times 3 squared, which is 9 pi. So that means this length here is 3. So this whole length which should be 6, correct?
Yes, Mr. Tom.
Yes.
And then 6 times 6 would be 36. Something's off. 6. Okay. So the way the question should have been written, I'm sorry, I think everyone should get a free mark for this, but the way this question should have been written is like this. You have a rectangle. It's a bit confusing, but basically the way it looks like this is this. So the way it should look like is like this. You have a rectangle. You have a circle within the rectangle, right? And the area of this entire circle is, can anyone tell me what this area for this entire circle is?
Pi r squared.
Yeah. Oops, I want a different color. Custom dark yellow. Perfect. Area is equal to, just imagine this is a dark yellow, not a gray. I don't know why it's gray. Let me try this. Oh, you can't see it with the yellow. All right, never mind. Area, we know that it should be 9 pi. All right. And we found out that then if it was 9 pi, that would mean that the radius, this part here, should be 3. Do you guys understand? So this part is 3. And then that would mean this whole part should be 6. Do you guys understand? Hello?
Yes.
And 3 times 6 should be 18 centimeters.
Go.
Yeah. This question was, the question makes sense, actually. Question makes sense, but I think it should be worded a bit better. So it's saying a circle is inscribed inside a rectangle. So that should have been said, a rectangle makes up half of a circle. And the circle has an area of 9 pi. Find the area of the rectangle. Do you guys understand? So I think the question should have been worded correctly, but the question makes sense. But now that you know, do you guys understand how we solved this question here?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Nichelle, I really need to get you to focus, because if you keep spamming, I know that you're not paying attention, because I'll have to talk to your mom then. All right? Okay, next question. 7 apples cost $14. How much would 84 apples cost? What's 84 divided by 7? 12.
12.
So you just do 14 times 12, and that gives me 140 plus 28.
168.
Awesome. All right. That was a nice, refreshing, easy question after a lot of those annoying hard ones. Yeah, Manus?
Can you also use ratios for this question?
You can do that. That makes sense. So the ratio would be 7 apples is to 14. What's 84 apples? Yep, that makes sense, boss.
Yeah.
All right. Next question. Dion has Dion has a box which is in a ratio of 1 to 2 to 3. He makes a new box where the length, the width, and the height are increased by 100%, 200%, and 200% respectively. How much less volume is in the old box than in the new box? So let's just imagine the dimensions for the old box. Literally, the height was 1, length was 2, and the width was 3. It would be volume is equal to length times width times 1 times 2 times 3, which is equal to 6. So the old volume is equal to 6. New volume, it's increased by 100%. So what's 1 increased by 100%? 2. 2 increased by 200%. 6 and 3 increased by 200%.
9. 9.
Melvin,
Melvin, you still there?
yeah, Melvin, you still there?
Melvin.
Melvin,
Hello?
Melvin.
What? Melvin, are you muted?
Melvin, are you there?
Are you there?
He's pranking you.
Melvin left.
No, he's still there.
Melvin.
If he left, that means we would left.
Guys, someone
Why
tell him
is
in the
it-
chat.
I already told him.
Can you guys hear me?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we
now
can
we
hear
can.
you.
Yeah, now.
Yes, Mr. Tom, we can now.
Okay, that was pretty weird. All right, I don't know what just happened there. Okay, let me see. Two times 3, effectively. Four times 4. Why is it times 4? So, hello. Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can now.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
you guys understand what I've done here so far?
Yep.
Yes.
So what you should do next is 108 divided by 6. And that should give you 18, not 17. I'll have to double
Melvin,
check.
I can't see your screen.
Yeah, it just says Melvin 2.0 has started screen sharing.
I can see his
Black.
screen.
I can see.
I can see his screen.
It's black.
Oh, sorry, one second. I need to rejoin. So Shri, I need the nuclear codes.
807
807
616
6.
2117.
Actually, I can see my screen on here as well.
Wait, Melvin, can you write real quick?
Can I what? Sorry.
Like write on the screen?
Yeah. No. That's what I mean. I left it, but then my screen is still on the screen.
I can see your screen, but I can't see you write on it.
Microphones were connected. Now it's better, right?
I can't see it anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, that was because both the microphones were connected. Now it's better. All right, should be broadcasting now.
Okay.
Yep, I can see it.
Yeah, I can see it now.
I can see it now.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see it now.
All right. So this question, it should have been, so you have the new volume, which is 2 times 6 times 9, and that gives you 108. And it should be 108 divided by 6, and it should be 18. The closest one is 17. I'll have to double check with Jenny and Manny to see if I'm doing anything wrong or not. But if that's not the case, then the answer should have been 18. All right. Next question. Again, this should have been cube. But when Jaidio, it should have been Jaidib, divide the surface area of a cube by the cube's volume, he got the answer as 3 centimeters. What is the length of the cube? So this question, literally the easiest way is putting the answers in. Surface area of a cube, it should be 1 times 1 times 6, and that gives you 6. Volume would be 1 times 1 times 1, and that gives me 1. 6 divided by 1 is 6. That doesn't make any sense. Let's try the next one. 2 times 6, that gives me 4 times 6 is 24. Next one should be 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. 24 divided by 8 is
3.
3. So therefore, the answer is 2. Pretty easy peasy lemon squeezy with the cherry on top. Well, Alan looks really.
Did you just say lemon squeezy with a cherry on top?
Yeah.
You're putting a cherry on top of a lemon.
I love cherries on my lemons.
Are you cereal?
Yeah, I eat it as a snack. I cut up lemons and I just eat it.
Oh my goodness, Melvin.
That's such a sarcasm.
It's
sometimes when I'm like lazy to brush my teeth, I just eat lemons because it cleans my teeth, so I don't have to brush it anymore.
You're a weirdo, lemon.
Like
Melvin.
Like you can use salt,
Melvin.
Also, if you guys didn't know, you can use whipped cream or vanilla ice cream as toothpaste. So if you guys ever want toothpaste, you can just use vanilla ice cream.
Melvin.
Katie's dad is a dentist, and Katie can confirm this, right, Katie?
Melvin.
No.
Melvin.
What do you mean, Katie? Are you saying that you can't?
Melvin.
Guys,
No,
please
you can't.
use manners. Alan, I understand that you want to speak, but please use your manners. I'll come back to you. Wait, Katie, are you saying you can't use vanilla ice cream as toothpaste?
Yeah, you can't.
What do you mean? It looks the same. It just tastes better.
Vanilla ice cream has sugar. Toothpaste does not have sugar.
All right, Alan, what's up?
Just forgot what I was going to say.
Sorry?
I just forgot what I was going to say.
All right, so you should have written it down, not yelling at it. All right, I love the new background. Is that what happens when Elsa gets really angry and then she shoots the fireballs? Is that what the background is? The new Frozen background?
Look at my name.
It literally says, I like Frozen.
Maybe,
awesome.
Maybe like when Melon says that I like Frozen.
Oh, so you post a photo of Elsa doing the Frozen magic stuff. That's awesome, bro. All right, I'll do one last question and we'll end the lesson there today.
Can someone frame Melvin, please?
Frame?
No, I could roast you or something.
Oh, okay. All right. 2/3 of students in this class study math, and the remaining 8 students do not study math. What is the total number of students in the class? So easy. So if 2/3 study maths, then the remaining is 1/3. 1/3 is equal to 8 students. So 3/3 is equal to 24. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it was a great pleasure to have all 30 of you today. We have, as a fraction, only 20% of kids came to Zoom class. Now, today was the final Zoom class, and guess what we're doing? Next week, by the way, keep this between us.
Okay.
Actually, no, you'll find out next week.
No, Melvin, we can't do Zoom class. You have to tell us now.
Yeah,
wait,
we're like your treasured
I just want to know, did Jenny take a note of Jenny and Manny and Achut? Did they ask you to write down how many Zoom classes you guys came to?
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Tom.
Wait, 1 second. Could everyone be quiet for a second? Is there anyone here whose class didn't get Jenny and Manny or Henry to ask you to do that?
Henry?
Sorry?
Just said Henry.
Sorry, did the Monday class do that? Yeah, Monday class, I know you guys did it. What about the Thursday class? Did you guys have to do the same thing?
Yeah, we have to do it.
Yeah.
All right, Saturday morning class, did you guys do it?
Yes. Affirmative, yes.
Sorry?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
What about the Saturday 1 to 3 p.m. class?
Yes.
What about the Saturday 3 to 5 class?
Yes.
Yes, so you guys all did it?
Yes.
Wait, Shri, are you in the 3 to 5 class? All right. So basically, did Jenny and Manny, I should ask you guys to write down how many, for example, on a scale of 1 to 8, how many classes you guys came to, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So the whole purpose of that, guys, was we're going to use that data and find out if kids who came to Zoom classes more often do better in the actual mock exams. And I think there's a huge difference. I think that the more Zoom classes you guys come to, so for example, Deborah, Alina, Gayatri, Neelambri, Sean, there's a lot of you guys, Katie, a lot of you guys who come every single week. I think that all the kids who come every single week will do way better than the rest of the kids. So right now there's 30 of you guys, right? That's like 25% or 30% of the whole class population. So only 30% comes to Zoom class. So we're really cool to see how you guys do compared to everyone else. And that's why we made you guys do that quiz.
Melvin.
Yes, Aaron.
You know how you said before you said that there's no more Zoom classes, but then you said there is a Zoom class. So...
No, there's one more Zoom. I didn't say there's no more Zoom classes. I think that was Jenny who said it by accidentally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry. What did you say? All right, guys, that's it. Class is over. I'll see you guys next week.
See ya.
Bye, Melvin.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye, Melvin.
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye-bye. Hey, Dion, what's up?
Melvin, could you please explain question 7 again? I couldn't understand that.
So Dion, this is recorded onto YouTube. Check it out on YouTube. If you still don't understand, we'll go through it in class next week.